So the Sony State of Play showed Wolverine, but everyone is talking about Mystique. But I guess Insomniac is clapping back. I don't know what the hell they said. Insomniac claps back at everyone calling Mystique woke. She's not the best looking Mystique that we've got. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. All right, and these game developers who are saying it's actually very, very hard to model a girl's face, they are 100% liars, and they should be put into a cannon and shot into the sun for lying. Okay, if you look at all of the female characters in Capcom, for example, let's just use Resident Evil 8, right? Lady Dimitrescu, the 3 daughters, really hot, right? All of them are pretty damn hot. Let's talk about Resident Evil 4 remake. What's it called? What's her name? Was her name Ashley? What's her name? Ashley? I don't know. Yeah, Ashley, Ada Wong in Resident Evil 3 remake, right? Jill Valentine, Resident Evil 2 remake, Claire Redfield. All of them are extremely attractive and hot. And people who are saying, oh, it is very, very hard to model female faces, can fuck right off, because y'all are just fucking liars. Don't try to gaslight us saying that shit can't happen. And the reason why you have girls in these video games that are not attractive at all, and like I said, who is Phil saying that? He doesn't have the right to say who's attractive or not. Look how ugly he is. Exactly. I know ugly when I see it. And I don't want to see a person who looks like me in a video game because I'm ugly as fuck. And when I see other ugly people, I call them out for being ugly. And that's one of them. All right? We have this Mystique looking bitch. Probably could have been really, really good looking. All right? We have a lot of video games that have uglified a lot of characters. One very, very prominent figure that I know that's not even in an EA game or an Insomniac game. Let's talk about Activision here, right? Do you guys know who Alex Zedra is? She is a cosplayer, YouTuber, and also a gun enthusiast. She also streams online. And she's very good looking, okay? She's very good looking. She does a lot of cool cosplays. One of them recently that I remember was, it was Jade from Mortal Kombat. And when they model her and put her as Mara in Call of Duty, it doesn't even look like her anymore. It vaguely resembles her. And I think they did this on purpose. Oh, women aren't supposed to wear makeup during war and stuff like that. Look at it. Look, you put freaking Nicki Minaj, you put Lilith in freaking Call of Duty. It doesn't freaking matter, right? You guys purposefully uglify your characters to what? Fit an agenda? To what? To make sure that you feel okay because you're in your fucking feeble existence because you're so fucking ugly and insecure about yourself. That is absolutely insane. Show her. So this is Mara from Call of Duty. All right. Mara from Call of Duty. Right. You're like, oh yeah, it looks pretty good. She looks pretty good. All right. Right. Her boobs could be a little bigger, but she looks pretty good. And then you look at Alex Zedra in real life. These fuckers do not know what they're doing. Actually, scratch that. These people do know what they're doing, but they're doing this on purpose to make their characters look ugly or unattractive purposefully, is because their self-conscious existence wills it. It's because they don't know what they want to do. They don't know how to they do know how to make characters good looking. They just don't want to. And this goes doubly for a game that is backed by Sony. All right, Activision has a lot of money. All right, but Insomniac also has a shit ton of money. So we're just calling it out. You can make your characters attractive, but you choose not to. That's where it sucks the most, okay? Ever since the latest Wolverine trailer dropped, there has been a mountain of comments on social media claiming that Mystique design is woke as hell. I wouldn't say it's woke. I would say the character doesn't look pretty. The character, I want to see who they modeled her after. All right? I want to see who they modeled her after. If they modeled her after like an attractive person or a person that actually looks like that, then yeah, go for it, right? Remember, Erika Ishii. Erika Ishii looks mid and probably less than mid in real life. And she looks like that in the video game. So it can be done. It 100% can be done, right? So, let's see, with the same controversial kick streamer Asmongold even signaling on Concord developers as the reason, even though they've only worked on the new Marvel game for 8 months. So if you saw the Insomniac's post yesterday morning pointing out for the clown face emoji, you can take it as a wild guess, basically saying that you're a clown, right? Oh, wow, this is a clapback. This is nothing. You're a clown. You know what? No one's really gonna buy your game. All right, you're calling out a lot of people now, especially Asmongold. Thank you so much, Moxie Dame, for the raid. Thank you. Yo, shout out to all the raiders. Thank you. But yes, let's say Asmongold is the one who said something that you don't like, and you saying that, oh, whoever's agreeing with him is a clown. All right, you know how big of a platform Asmongold has, right? Like, he's going to be coming back streaming this week. He already said it. He announced it earlier today. He's going to be coming back streaming. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to take it too kindly. You're calling him a clown, right? Like, someone like Asmongold can tank your game, right? I'm not saying he will, because the game does look good. Like, other than what's the main character doesn't really look like the actual model, and Mystique, the game overall looks pretty good, right? But we'll see. But yeah, Insomniac isn't the only one to point and laugh either. Most the posts from X and Tuesday compare Mystique to Concord characters blew up, with comments pulling in that called her Mysterique or Mansteak, claiming that the team has allergic to attractive women, but notes that are mostly entirely made up of people dunking on this post and all others like it. Look, you can say anything you want, but looks are in the eyes of the beholder. And if you show a picture of Mystique to anyone down the street, they'd be like, she looks okay. Yeah, she looks fine, right? She's not ugly. I'm not saying that she's ugly, but she can be a lot prettier. She can be more attractive, right? And this is, marketing 101. You got to make your characters look cool. But yeah, man, this is a dude. What about it? This is just fucking Mystique. She looks perfectly fine. Exactly. Fine. Not good looking. You know what I'm talking about? She looks fine. That means a 6 out of 10. A 5 out of 10. All right? Man, y'all just trying to find anything wrong with the trailer. For me, I found a couple of things wrong with the trailer, but overall, I think it's positive. I think it's a pretty good trailer. I wouldn't say it's perfect, right? Like, if you look at all the girls from all the Resident Evil remake games, those are modeled after real people. They look awesome. They look great, right? Do y'all play games to goon, or do y'all play games to actually get immersed in the fun experience? This is a gaslight. This question is one of those questions. It's a gotcha question. This is a gotcha question right over here. All right. This is something that I will ban a person for. Right. This is a gotcha question. But the obvious answer is both. The obvious answer is both. I want to play a game with hot, attractive characters, and also has a good story. Also has a great gameplay. It can happen. Take a look at Stellar Blade, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Take a look at Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Remake. You can do both. You can fap to characters and play games at the same time. I do it all the time. I'm doing it now. But yeah, man. And here's the thing. I'm an artist. I work in games. I'm an animator. I know how to draw. I know how to, I know what's attractive and what's not attractive, especially in games. This is done intentionally. Take a look at Mary Jane Watson from the original Spider-Man to the predecessor. No, the predecessor to what's called Spider-Man 2. The design, the face design, you can tell is different. And you 100% can see that it's modeled after a real person. And the real person in real life is more attractive than the game's counterpart. Why is that? Because they did it purposefully. All right. And the thing is, Mystique, she's supposed to be slim and slender. And like, if Fortnite can make her attractive, if other video games like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 can make her attractive, if even a game as old as X-Men Wolverine Origins can make her attractive, why can't you make her attractive here? And I've seen early screenshots and early gameplay video of Jean Grey in the Wolverine, and she looks hideous. She looks fucking awful. So yeah, like, it is very important. If the game plays really well and all the characters are all hot, don't you want your characters to don't you want your characters to look cool? Don't you want your characters to, like, attract people? But Insomniac has been littered and infiltrated and infested by these woke propagandists that hate America, that hate beauty, that hate people who are attractive because they are so fucking insecure with their own bodies. How about you just don't do that? But these people want their propaganda and they want their messaging to get across, right? Thankfully, such posts on X are contained entirely to X, as the response to Wolverine trailer has been entirely positive, with over 452,000 likes compared to just 8,000 dislikes, as per Google Chrome add-on. The game's subreddit likewise stirred into action, with everyone cheering the visceral gore and brutal finishers. I think that's great, right? Like I said, the main character, Logan, Wolverine, it doesn't really look like the face actor. It looks, he doesn't look as attractive, right? But you can do it, but you just don't want to. Even for the guys' faces, it's sort of weird too. The only mention of these kinds of woke comments on the top, make a post making fun of them, highlighting a YouTube video that went up immediately after the trailer, which community proceeded to rip, and one commenter irradiated rat. But the best calling the X-Men related the project woke slop is so fucking funny, because, like, do you not know who the fucking X-Men are? Here's the thing. If the game doesn't actually, and of course you're playing as Wolverine, so it doesn't really matter, right? His mask and shit looks really cool. But the thing is, you got to remember that Insomniac has ties with people who work directly with Sweet Baby Inc. Anything that Sweet Baby Inc. touches is immediately garbage. Now, there are instances where the games aren't immediately garbage, but there are instances you can feel that this game was made because it was agenda driven. Case in point, having Angraboda and the entire what's it called again, Jotunheim, the ice giants, the frost giants in God of War Ragnarok, all of them to be black. That is agenda driven. I felt that. So why is Angraboda black? That's weird. Another thing is Spider-Man 2, right? Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, right? It's all inundated with Sweet Baby Inc. garbage. That's the reason why this game, it'll probably still make its sales. Don't get me wrong. The gameplay ultimately is first and foremost the most important thing about this. But if the game is inundated with a bunch of what's it called again, woke Nazi propaganda, like woke communist bullshit and stuff like that, then yeah, it's gonna, not do as well, right? Because Spider-Man 2 should have been a very good knock it out of the ballpark kind of game, but it didn't. It wasn't as good as it should have been, right? You imagine playing around as a mute, like death black girl that does nothing, right? It's like, why is that? So yeah, but I digress. I think this pushback, this clap back or whatever, Wow, this is a clapback. Wow, well done. Well done. Okay, but the thing is, like I said, Grums interacts with Elon Musk. Elon Musk also interacts with Asmongold, right? So a lot of these people have a big platform. And if you are going to come out and say something about them, making fun of them, they can single-handedly tank your games. All right? They can. And if this game tanks, I think it'll be fucking hilarious. I actually sort of want it to. I want all of these video games that have any type of wokeness in it to fail. I want the companies to be shut down. I want the studios to go under. That's the only way that they can learn. Gut them. Clean them out. That's the only way.